So very good afternoon to all the respected members of the CTF Punjab and Chandigarh chapter. So as you all know that we have a long discussion in our WhatsApp group regarding the upcoming webinar with the Niti Aayog. So we are preparing a draft from our side which we can present in the NBM so that we can contribute in the policy making process, policy making or program of action making process. So with the permission of our president, Sir Dr. Khushvinder Kumar ji, I would like to start the formal proceeding in this meeting. So I request Dr. Khushvinder Kumar ji to address all the respected members. Dr. Khushvinder Kumar ji, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Parvit. First of all, I am happy and express my indebtedness to Madam Satinder Dhillon and our Secretary General for arranging such a wonderful platform of discussion with Niti Aayog. I'm indebted to this track members also because we get very healthy discussion and very constructive suggestions from almost all the members. I have special thanks for Professor Latika, who despite her busy schedule, not only gave the suggestions, rather maintained the link with the track also despite her busy schedule. Welcome once again, madam, on this discussion platform. Dr. Sneh Bansal perhaps has not joined us today, may be joining, but input given by Dr. Sneh Bansal, Principal CGC Landra, Dr. Gurmeet, Senator Punjab University, Principal Surinderjeet Kaur, Principal Suman Mittal, Principal Harmeet Anand, Dr. Vikas, Dr. Yogesh. Means by all the members, we get very healthy discussions. And as the idea was perceived by the Secretary General, we are supposed to submit the report on two aspects. That what are the challenges for the teacher education program before us, considering NEP 2020, and secondly, what type of proposals we are giving to in this webinar. If you permit me to compile before opening up the discussion, I would like to take just 5 to 10 minutes on the compilation, which is based on the suggestions collected through the chat group. I'm very happy to note that almost all the challenges have been perceived and addressed in the suggestions. Coming to the part of challenges, about 6 major challenges have been identified by our group members. First is the synergy between 1 year, 2 year, and 4 year program. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, sir. Very much clear, sir. Please continue.
Right. So the very first challenge, I think perhaps it is the core of all the challenges to establish synergy between 1 year, 2 year, and 4 year program. Second was the challenge addressed by our members, allocation of credits and workload to the contents and pedagogy part in ITP, and thus amongst the teachers of contents and pedagogy. The third challenge was integrating the contents and pedagogy by creating a synergy between the content and the pedagogy teachers. Means involving the pedagogy teachers into contents and vice versa to some extent, so that a synergy can be established in the program. The fourth challenge was to retain the fervor of the course and making it more professional. While addressing this, the apprehension by a majority of the teacher educators was that being it a professional course, we are concerned that when it will be shifted to a multi-faculty institution, it might have chances of losing the fervor of being a professional course. So we have to take all the cares to retain its fervor of professional content, in which practical has been given very much or very religious, say, importance, as equal or rather more than the theoretical part. The fifth challenge was perceived as integrating and aligning the integrated teacher education program, that is the 4-year program, with the pure contents program, means the 3-year degree program, or the BLA or BLE, Bachelor of Liberal Arts or Liberal Education 4-year program, deciding the credits between, and if some student wish to enter or exit at multiple level as it is expected in NEP 2020, then how it will be possible? Then means the provision of allowing a student who joined ITEP allow him or her to exit to BLA or BLE. And secondly, the last challenge, the provision of allowing him to credit carry system, allowing the ITP student to exit or to upgrade herself to the higher education. So these were the challenges perceived in our chats. And very interestingly, very, say, pragmatic and realistic suggestions have been perceived. I will confining at this moment my discussion with some of the suggestions which have been compiled for this chat. And then by the end, I will again, Dr. Parkat will like to take at the 5 minutes at concluding, just to explain of the program which we have decided on the suggestions. So coming to the suggestions part, regarding internship, many participants have shown their concern and gave suggestions regarding internship. So internship was suggested as to be taken in a phased manner, means 2 weeks in every year, and a full semester, that means a 16-week program in the last semester. The program of internship, 16-week internship, was suggested in last week by many of the participants to make it aligned with the finishing school activities, so that the students can be equipped or facilitated to be placed. When I say finishing school program, it is also a term referred in NEP. Means finishing school program means their internship will be in the last semester and will be equipping them for interview, for performance tests, etc., etc. Second suggestion was the coordination regarding internship, coordination between the higher education institutions and the practice settings, that is the schools in which the practice is to be taken place or internship is to carry out. A coordination is required. For this purpose, a suggestion was received that we need to appoint a mentor teacher from the school for every individual student teacher, and a supervisor, pedagogy teacher as a supervisor from higher education institution for every set, say 10 student teachers. Third suggestion was regarding the role of the mentor to make this practice more efficient and result oriented. The role of mentor is to expose the student teacher to whole profile of teacher. Whole profile means preparing and updating the cumulative records, carrying the admission processes, organization of co-curricular activities, organizations of activities under national or state schemes like NCC, NSS, Scout and Guides, etc., conduct of examinations, preparation of evaluation tools, and conduct of the evaluation or marking processes. The evaluation process of this internship has been suggested as a continuous process by the mentors in the form of internal assessment, and a considerable approximate half weightage need to be given to internal evaluation, which should be in the hands of the mentors which lie with the schools. And the remaining half of the evaluation should be done by through external evaluation in the form of internship report and performance tests, which are usually conducted at the end of or at the termination stage of internship. Regarding the whole evaluation, not only internship, when I now refer evaluation of the whole program, it was suggested that the competency-based evaluation should be given weightage as compared to the grading, aiming at improving the students' performance instead of making it an audit process of the learning. Varied tools have been suggested for this process. For example, the performance tests, situational tests, critic appraisals, group task outcome analysis, etc., etc. So a need was perceived to develop such evaluation tools along with application of such evaluation tools. A very good suggestion was to maintain the motivation of the learners was in the form of internship stipend should be there, and a competency certificates should be issued by the practice schools or the mentors, should be considered as an appreciation activity and as well as an appraisal evaluation process of the internship program. Coming to the program should be divided, need to be divided into the core as well as core of the general courses and internship, 3 parts. And it was suggested that when now we are thinking of the core, the courses was suggested that it when we, because we are having 1 year, 2 year and 4 year programs at a time, so the courses should be designed in modular format based on the teaching tasks different. Hello. Pargat, is it audible and clear?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible and clear.
So independent modular programs confining to or say focusing to a teaching task need to be developed as the verticals. Verticals, when I say, so for example, suppose we are taking up the constructivist approach. So as a vertical, the constructivist approach, when I say, it will begin with the philosophical basis of the constructivism, then the psychological foundation or basis of constructivist approach, and then considering certain topics and preparing the lessons based on the constructivist approach, along with observation of certain teaching practices prevalent in online and offline mode, which are based on the constructivist approach. So such course which start from the philosophical basis, cover the psychological basis, and terminate at the outcome, including the observatory processes, can be termed as a vertical. Similarly, can be the other parallel verticals, as I took the example of the constructivist approach. Just as a reference of the course contents, the philosophical basis, psychological basis, measurement evaluation, classroom interaction strategies, pedagogies, online, offline classroom techniques need to be included along with so many other activities or gamut of activities which has been suggested. So just as a beginning, these things have been discussed. So now the discussion is open to the house. Though we have prepared a design of the program also. I really feel sorry and apologize that today at this moment, it is not possible for me to put it in the form of a PPT. Because my laptop is not working at this moment. By within a day or two, we will share this PPT also before the presentation on 3rd. So before I put before you that design of the program, which is under consideration, so we are open for discussion so that all other healthy suggestions may be taken up in this format.
Thank you, sir. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਹੀ ਬਾਖੂਬੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ suggestion ਆਏ ਸੀ, you have compiled all the suggestions in the WhatsApp group, and you have in a very short time presented all the suggestions in a continuum. So now I request all the members. Yes, please.
Just 1 minute more.
Yes.
I have skipped actually 3 things because these were not though part of this program, ITP program, but they are of very significant importance. I would like to mention these 3 points also. First was the reform. It was suggested that a drastic reform is required in the process of teacher selection, a very welcome step. Second was that in-service teacher training programs, modular programs also need to be developed, and HEIs need to be involved in this process through action research and for the development of these in-service teacher programs. So these programs need to be developed collaboratively by HEIs and the schools. Thirdly, training and orientation programs for the head of institutions. I think this suggestion was regarding all the head of institutions, whether these are schools or the higher HEIs. So the orientation program for head of institutions in institutional planning, administration, and management also need to be developed, because we have observed that when a teacher has been selected as a principal, suddenly he or she turncoat as an administrator, though he has never been exposed to any administrative practices. Neither he or she has been given any training for administration and planning. So these 3 are also very good and healthy suggestions. Yes, so over to Dr. Parag.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So dear respected members, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੀਲਮਾ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਐਂਡ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ਮੈਮ ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ. ਸੋ ਨਾਓ ਇਟਸ ਬਾਲ ਇਨ ਆਰ ਹੈਂਡਸ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੱਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਵੀ ਗੋਟ ਐਨ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀ ਟੂ ਰੀਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਆਰ ਸੈਲਫ, ਨਾ ਕਿ CTF ਪੰਜਾਬ ਐਂਡ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਚੈਪਟਰ. ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਨੇ, ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮੈਟਿਕ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, so we can suggest from our side. Let's see how much our suggestions are accepted or not, but we should try our best. So it is a good opportunity for all of us. So I think now other members can also give suggestions to finalize the draft, which to be presented on 3rd of April in the meeting with Niti Aayog. So I request all the members, please.
ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਐਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼.
ਯੈਸ ਪਲੀਜ਼.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਢਿੱਲੋਂ ਮੈਮ ਦਾ, ਖੁਸ਼ਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਰ ਦਾ, ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਇਸ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਲਈ. ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਰ ਮੈਂ ਐਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਰਿਕਮੈਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ NCT ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਰਿਗਾਰਡਿੰਗ ਟੀਚਰ ਐਜੂਕੇਟਰ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਰੇਸ਼ੀਓ ਆਫ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਮਤਲਬ ਸੀਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਜੇ ਕਹਿ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ B.Ed ਲਈ ਜਾਂ M.Ed ਲਈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਆ, ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਜਾਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਕਰੂਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ NCT ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਰ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਉਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਇਬਲ ਹੋ ਸਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਡਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਆ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਐਡਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਘਟ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਹੋਰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਮੀਨੈਂਟ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ 16 ਟੀਚਰ NCT ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਆ 100 ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਦੇ ਮਗਰ, ਅਗਰ ਸਰ ਇਹੋ ਹੀ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਐਮਐਡ ਦੇ 50 ਦੇ ਮਗਰ 8 ਟੀਚਰ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ 2 ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਆ, 2 ਐਸੋਸੀਏਟ ਰੱਖਣੇ ਆ, ਅਗਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਊਂਟ ਕਰੋ, ਸੈਲਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਮਲਟੀਪਲਾਈ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫੀਸ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਫਿਰ ਸਰ ਐਡਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖੋ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਆ, ਤੇ ਸਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਰੂਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਐਨਸੀਟੀ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ ਇਹ ਦੇਖੇ ਕਿ ਕਿੰਨੇ
डॉक्टर विकास लास्ट जो एनसीटी दी मीटिंग से मिनट्स विच आप देखो तो उन्होंने ये पॉइंट टेकअप किया, बट फिर तू इंप्लीमेंट कुछ नहीं किया एनसीटी ने, जो लास्ट मीटिंग्स होई एनसीटी दी।
नहीं बिल्कुल मैम, पर ਇਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੀਟੀਐਫ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮੈਮ ਕਿ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਅਗਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ ਮੈਮ 10 ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਗ੍ਰਾਂਟੀਨੇਡ ਸਟਾਫ ਹੈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਵੀ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈ, ਤੇ 13.5 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੈਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ ਬਜਟ ਆ ਜੀ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਦਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 9 ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਆਂਦਾ ਵਾ, 4.5 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਵੀ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
और सर उसको और एनसीटी ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨॉर्म्स ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆੜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੈਂਟਲੀ ਹਰਾਸ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਨੇ ਆ, ਔਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਇਹ ਬੜੀ ਕ੍ਰੂਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
ਮੈਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਛੱਡੋ ਮੈਮ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦੱਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਸ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਰਿਕਰੂਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, including central university.
Because sir, I think Khushwinder sir has noted the point that the ratio of teacher to the student should be revisualized.
Dr. Vikas and Madam Surinderjeet, very well taken. I think your suggestion is to suggest some practically possible and implementable ratio of teacher student to NCT.
बिल्कुल सर, टीचर्स अब जैसे सर 50 दी यूनिट है एमएड दी, और एमएड दे विच सिर्फ 5 स्टूडेंट्स है, पर रिक्रूट अपने सारे टीचर्स करने हैं।
देखो ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਰੈਫਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਫਿਕਸ ਔਰ ਮਿਨੀਮਮ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਤੇ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂ, ਅਗਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਫਲਕਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ, ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਸੈਪਰੇਟ ਇਸ਼ੂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਲ ਰਿਸੀਵਡ। ਔਨ ਲਾਈਟਰ ਸੈਂਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਇਹਦੀ ਬਜਟਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਡਾਟਾ ਦੱਸਿਆ। ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੇ ਲਾਈਟਰ ਸੈਂਸ ਚ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ, ਪਰ ਸਮਾਂ ਵਾਕਈ ਇਹ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਐਂਡ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਸਪੈਕਟਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਏਗੀ। So this point is well taken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I request to other members to please contribute. Madam Latika ji.
Thank you, Dr. Pargat. I was also taken up with this issue because when we go to inspect colleges for their continued affiliation of the course, this is the major point. A major point is that teacher cut hai gaye hain, एनरोलमेंट किन्नी हुई है, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੁਣੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਨੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ, ਆ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਬੜੇ ਵੈਲਿਡ ਨੇ। ਫਰੋਮ ਯੋਰ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਐਂਡ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੱਸੋ ਫਿਰ ਆਈਡੀਅਲ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਜੇ ਐਨਸੀਟੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਵਰੇਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਐਨਰੋਲਡ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਕੋਰਸ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਐਮਐਡ ਜਾਂ ਬੀਐਡ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਹੀ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ? ਸਜੈਸ਼ਨਸ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ
मैम। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਈਡੀਅਲ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ। ਮੈਂ ਔਰ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਸਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਰਕ ਕਰ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਫੈਕਟ ਬੇਸ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਰੇਸ਼ੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨਿਕਾਲਣੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਆਫ ਵਿਊ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਵਿਦ ਇਨ ਫਿਊ ਡੇਜ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਮੈਮ।
हाँ, Dr. Khushwinder, I suppose that you are noting down this point that yes, from the ground, this is the ratio which is coming up. From the ground, minimum number of teachers required are these. My dear friends, one suggestion which we can put up over here is that for a group of colleges, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁਣੇ multi institutional ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ cluster of institutions should share resources, collaborative approach ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਦਿਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਰ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਕੰਪਲੀਟ ਹੋਵੇ, ਆ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੰਨੀ ਡੁਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਰੈਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੀ ਹਰ ਇੰਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਕੈਪੈਸਿਟੀ, ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਿੰਗ ਆਫ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਵਾਲਾ ਜ਼ਮਾਨਾ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਐਨਸੀਟੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਰਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਇੰਸਟਰਕਟਰ, ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰਸ, ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ, ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ, ਆਰਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੈਜ਼ ਕਮ when we are talking about integration of higher education, multidisciplinary departments with teacher education or with education, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਹੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੂਲ ਆਫ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਐਂਡ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਸੋਚੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਦਾ ਮਾਲੂਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਕਿਸੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਕੋਲ ਗਰਾਊਂਡਸ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਕੋਲ ਲੈਬਸ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ, ਕਿ ਉਹ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। I think this kind of a proactive approach is going to be accepted ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਕੂਲ ਕਲਸਟਰਸ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਲਜ ਕਲਸਟਰਸ ਵੀ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਈ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਅਲੋਨ ਕਾਲਜ ਬੜਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਮਾਲਵਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਬੜਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਬਟ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਕਾਲਡ ਅ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਅਲੋਨ ਕਾਲਜ, ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜੀ। ਉੱਥੇ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਹੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ। ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ CGC ਲਾਂਡਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਤੇ ਆਰਟਸ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ CGC ਲਾਂਡਰਾ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਫ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਤੇ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਆਪਸ ਦੇ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਅਲੋਨ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਲੈਬੋਰੇਟਿਵ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਲਸਟਰ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਣਗੇ, ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਨੇ ਸਮਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਾਲਜ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ GHG ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਇੰਨੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਸਭ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਾਣੇ ਮੰਨੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰੀਏ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਅਲੋਨ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਰਵਾਈਵਲ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਕੋਲੈਬੋਰੇਟਿਵ ਬੇਸਿਸ ਤੇ। ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਈਡੈਂਟੀਫਾਈ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਵਿਚ ਕੈਨ ਬੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਡ। ਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ, ਇੱਕ ਉਦਾਹਰਨ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਵਾਈਜ਼ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਆਪ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਲੂਮ ਹੈਗਾ, ਤੇ it can be inter-university also, it can be within one university also, that we start thinking along these lines, ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫੰਡ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰੈਪਲੀਕੇਟ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਪੈ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਬਲਕਿ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। This was regarding the last
जी। मैम जो विकास सर ने पॉइंट किया ना, विकास सर ने ह्यूमन रिसोर्स कंसर्न गल करी। अगर असी एग्जांपल लिए तो DPI कहते हैं कि जो ग्रांटीनेट पोस्ट से तुसी टीचर्स रखे वो तुसी B.Ed भी और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन दोनों का काम उन्होंने को ले सकते हो। NCT भी कहती है कि आप B.Ed और M.Ed दोनों का काम ले सकते हो। जो गुरु नानक देव यूनिवर्सिटी जो है उसकी गल करिए तो साडे को अलग मंगदी है कि आपने M.Ed की पूरी फैकल्टी की यूनिट अलग दिखानी है और B.Ed की अलग दिखानी है, चाहे साडे को उन्होंने देने वर्कलोड नहीं है, बट वो सानू M.Ed ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਬਰਡਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਜੀ।
ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਝੂਠ ਵੀ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ
ਜੀ।
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੈਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਫੀਜ਼ੀਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨਵਰਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੋਸਟ ਮੈਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸਿਸ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਕੇਵਲ ਪੇਪਰ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਹੀ ਦਿਖਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈਆਂ, ਰਾਈਟ, that we are fulfilling the paperwork, ਬਟ ਐਕਚੁਅਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵਰਕੇਬਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਦੇਣੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਨਾ that university wants the colleges to be closed because they do not have that many number of teachers. So a solution has to be found out within the university with the colleges. At the same time, this is a time of collaboration. What Vikas sir is saying was regarding teachers, 16 teachers for 100 students. Now in this also, can we think of like 4 colleges, 5 colleges coming together? Can we think of, I will link this point directly to the CPD program which sir has given in the last 3 points. Here in the second point, when he's talking about in-service modular programs at higher education level, ਇੱਕ ਸਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਫਿਜ਼ਿਕਸ ਦਾ ਟੀਚਰ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਦਾ ਟੀਚਰ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਮੋਡੂਲਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੈਡਾਗੋਜੀ ਦਾ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੈਡਾਗੋਜੀ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲਗਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ? ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਸੋਚੀਏ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਮਲਟੀ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨਰੀ ਇੰਟੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ TE ਵਿਦ HEI ਵਾਲਾ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ ਹੈਗਾ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਫੀਜ਼ੀਬਲ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ITEP ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਬਾਕੀ ਡਿਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟਸ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਤੇ UGC ਦਾ ਲੋਡ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਵਰਕਲੋਡ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਵਰਕਲੋਡ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰਨਗੇ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੈਬਸ ਕਿਉਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਗੇ? ਆ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ITEP ਨੂੰ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੇ 1 and 2 year ਵਾਲੇ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ I think we have to work on a collaborative educational administrative measure. How we can now it is the era of managing the resources rather than creating more posts, not feasible. Increasing fees beyond a limit, not possible. Funds are not going to come from anywhere. We have to generate the funds. We have to pay our teachers well and give them autonomy to create such courses so that the language teachers, the science teacher, the history teacher, the geography teacher also feels that I would like to do because there are no permanent jobs now. So there will be tenure-based jobs, and there are so many PhD holders who are waiting in a long queue to get into a job. For such people, it will be an opportunity if they can do a pedagogy course and try to teach in these integrated courses. These are in service as well as what you call that value-added course. A postgraduate, an MPhil, a PhD holder in physics, if he wants to be an adjunct faculty in teaching of physics in a school, in a college, then such courses for them can be created. One humble suggestion that can we have more of workshops or actually self-financed courses for people who would like to come into teaching. They can come under the category of innovative courses as of NCTE guidelines now. That way, the colleges can have income generation avenue as well.
Dr. Latika, can you please repeat this concept of innovative courses as a resource generator?
Yes. NCTE has those 14 or 17 courses which are available on website. Along with that, NCTE has a concept of innovative courses. So in the innovative courses, there is no binding that you should have 50 students only or 120 students only. It is for you to decide what kind of innovative course you are floating and give a rationale for that. Now, in this, a course for people who are not into teaching yet, but they have all the qualifications and the content knowledge, those who would like to know how to teach, how to evaluate better, how to construct tools of evaluation. So this core knowledge, which is there with education people, pedagogy and assessment, curriculum construction, classroom environment, there can be separate courses of this type as innovative courses. These can be 1-year courses and then an advanced course, for which people can come and we can have a good fee structure for it, for the first level course and the second level course and the advanced course, so that a person who sees a career, an alternative career in teaching, can go through these courses, and the institutions can have them as self-financed courses.
Right. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, if CBSE compulsion कर दे कि ना ये innovative courses जो है हर स्कूल के लिए compulsory हैं, तो और भी fruitful हो जाएगा.
नहीं तो फिर वो आपको मुझे नहीं देंगे, वो तो फिर अपनी एजेंसी को बोलेंगे ना. Let us say
they have to attend or join the courses under some B.Ed college, na?
Madam, the idea which Professor Latika is discussing, it is not only for CBSE or vernacular boards or schools. Rather, she is talking of those established teachers from the content area or some other established professional persons, if they really wish to contribute to some of the areas. Maybe the measurement evaluation, maybe the online content development of that particular subject. I think that is the idea, if I'm perceiving right.
Right,
Yes,
sir.
Dr. Kushwinder and Dr. Surinder, this concept I'm taking from the corporate sector. This corporatization of
Yes.
education has become like this, that I think there's a company in Ludhiana which used to come to Chandigarh to take graduates and postgraduates who would like to develop content or who would like to go in for online tuitions. And then they have a separate segment for assessment. So a person who knows how to make question papers, design objective type questions, and so on goes in that assessment vertical. Then there can be a separate vertical of guidance. So guiding for choice of subjects, guiding for choice of careers. So whatever subjects we are just putting in one bag and giving as B.Ed and M.Ed course options, actually all of them have a great future in terms of expertise. These can be very specialized courses. If you look at the website of NTA, National Testing Authority, I went through it some time back, and I found that everywhere eligibility to work on different posts is that you should be a student of education. You should be a research. You should have done some research in education. So those who are passing out of our institutions, they will be demand both in the government sector as well as by these private organizations, which are doing full-time work of managing the educational exams or managing the admissions or providing you software assistance for admission process and so on. This is how I think technology, young people's knowledge and knowledge of these things which we have taken for granted in education, they will become specialized courses for earning revenue.
Yes.
I think I've taken the discussion slightly away from the main agenda, which the 6 points which sir had taken as suggestions. But I think once we share this, others can work upon it also.
Yes.
Sorry for
Sure,
taking so much.
sure.
Thank you, Dr. Latika. Exactly, it is not a deviation from the main agenda. Rather, we somehow confined our agenda to the main program of 1 year, 2 year, or 4 year only. Though you have reminded us all of all the short-term courses for those who are not intend to be the part of our regular programs. The program which you are, or the company which you are referring to, that they are visiting to Chandigarh for the appointment of persons for content development and online education. Yes, I'm also very well aware. And when I was in BCM in 2009-10, we started getting a large number of students appearing for the interview of that company. But my experience was a little otherwise. As a launching pad, it was quite good. Many of our students worked over 2, 3, or 4 years with them, and then they shifted or switched to main education core as a teacher. So it was good as a beginner. It was good, but not very encouraging experience, firstly. Secondly, one thing you are referring to, this company who was hiring. Sorry, I missed the second point which you were discussing.
It was about NTA, sir. NTA.
Right. Another experience, yes. A varied profile is demanded in these years by many new things. Just last year, I somehow get contacted to NTA, and they were interested in bilingual peoples having some exposure to pedagogy, which they intend to hire for test development. Particularly, they were desiring for UGC, but I find it very difficult when they assigned me the task of providing the persons in all sciences who are bilingual or trilingual, which can take up the translation work also, along with the content development, tool development, also for NTA. So finding such a profile was very difficult and really a challenging task for me. I couldn't suggest more than 2 or 3 persons required for this purpose, though this offer was open for more than 2-3 dozen of persons. So you are very right. You have rightly perceived that in many of such openings, the basic eligibility is exposure to any pedagogy course or training in these days. So I think this area need to be explored and exposed before our students also.
Yeah, a very good afternoon, everybody. Carrying over with the Latika ma'am only. Latika ma'am just want to share this experience of the innovative courses which you have added over here. Like as you know, we have an in like courses of engineering management. Every like number of courses we have, and like talking of the innovative courses, I think that can go very well because we have teachers from the engineering and from management also. Like they become teachers, but they are not having the teaching skills. So if we can have some kind of innovative courses in the B.Ed, but that shall be some kind of requirements shall be there from the affiliating body. What I want over here, like suppose if NCT or AICT say, like if a teacher, if anybody want to become a teacher either in the engineering or some other field, that teachers shall undergo with some kind of courses which are related to pedagogy, which can hone their teaching skills. So if I think that can be a kind of push from the governing body, then we can start these courses very well. Because when we talk about the pedagogies, definitely the one who become a teacher in the engineering or the management, they not able to become a better teacher because they don't understand what are the pedagogies or how we're going to manage the classes. So I will go with the suggestion which you have given, but at the same time, I also request and urge you, if like there could be some kind of push or a mandatory requirement from the governing body also, like who want to become a teacher, just go through with these innovative courses.
Thank you, Dr. Sneh. What I would like to say to you, Dr. Khushwinder, that please make a note of this, that we have to somewhere concentrate on pedagogy for higher education, pedagogies for higher education, and let us call ourselves educational institutes or teacher educational institutes rather than saying only B.Ed. B.Ed and M.Ed is a very limiting term right now. So we are into teacher preparation. So we are also preparing teachers for higher education. And I think as a sample, if we can take some course that, look, we have designed this course on pedagogies for higher education teachers. These are for science teachers. These are for social science teachers, and these are for people to for assessment in higher education, different tools and techniques of assessment. If we have such courses, and then we say that we can give this as a recommendation on our platform, that all the teachers who are recruited in higher education, just the way there was this mandatory condition of orientation course, refresher course, I think we can suggest that a minimum of 2 such modules should be completed by the teacher within first 3 years of recruitment. So that will include 1 assessment course and 1 pedagogy course. That is minimum. So if it is linked to recruitment or promotion, such courses, yes, there'll be a huge rush for it. But are we ready? Within our own teacher education community, within our own education committee, I think we need to really think out of box in terms of what are the new kind of technologies, innovative approaches to teaching, which at higher education level and for assessment at different levels in different ways, not just written exams, not just computerized exams, but various forms of knowing the outcome of the course. Whether the learner has acquired, whether the course objectives have been fulfilled, there should be different ways of assessing that. And are we equipped with this knowledge? We have to first do a self-search in this area.
Latika ma'am, I just want to add over here, like AICT in association with the KNITR has developed these kind of 8 weeks program, like where they mention it in hone your teaching skills, and under this all the modules they have developed online, so we can take its reference also. And Khushwinder sir, I think we can make some kind of outlines basis on that, so it can be a kind of ready reference for us, which help us to prepare such kind of module or just to give a reference for the modules.
Thank you, Dr. Sneh and Madam Latika also. I would like to remind that it was perhaps in 2004 Then I put a proposal, a synopsis, that there should be a teacher training program for higher education institution, and this conference was in Devswa, Chandigarh, way back in 2004. And I'm happy after that that UGC have designed certain in-service training programs of our academic staff colleges, HR development sectors, specifically on pedagogical basis. Our Punjab University HRDC Center also had conducted a number of such programs, and I was part of those programs also. The program which Dr. Sneh is referring to by NITR, it was, I think, one of the team members is Professor Sunil Dutt. I'm in touch with him also. And the program under reference, which Dr. Sneh referred, is really very good and very, say, innovative also. I suggest all the members also to kindly visit the site of NITR. You will find the reference of this course on NITR site also. Thank you very much. And it is open as a draft. Dr. Pargat, kindly note, we will be opening it that if somebody is really say active to work on it, they can start working on it.
Definitely, sir. Just NPE itself gives hints about such type of CPD courses for higher education, for HEIs. The last week study, we have one principals meeting with the HRDC Center of Punjab University Chandigarh, and this issue was raised over there also. All were feeling that in the degree colleges there is no training of pedagogy to the teachers before entering into the classroom. They are just learning from the experiences. And Dr. Latika ma'am has rightly said that we have to come out from the circle of B.Ed and M.Ed. We have to be innovative. I would like to add one example over here. I visited SNDT University, Mumbai. Dr. Jayashree Shinde is looking after that Department of Education and Technology, DET. And I was surprised to know that all of their students, pass-out students, are not going for the teaching in the schools. They are in high demand for the content creation. So this is a good opportunity for our students. So we have to widen our horizon. So जिन्ना भी ਅਸੀਂ expand कर सकते हैं, we have to think on this line, so that we should not confine ourselves to only B.Ed and M.Ed course. We have to look after the higher education sector as well as the other places where we can send our students. So it is a good suggestion by Dr. Latika ma'am. We must work on this issue. Any other member, please?
डॉक्टर भगत अपने जो लेक्चर या जो अपने असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर जी अपना कि नेट क्वालीफाई होने तो बाद उदी रिक्रूटमेंट हो सकती है. सो अगर सेंटर तो ये कंपल्शन हो जाए कि नेट के नाल नाल उन्होंने ये वाला सो कोर्स जो है जो पेडागोजी कंसर्न है वो क्लियर करके ही वो जो है असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर लग सकते. सो वो बहुत अच्छा हो जाए अगर सेंटर गवर्नमेंट तो या सेंटर तो ये जी है मैंडेटरी हो जाए. जैसे अपना पीएचडी ਦੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੋਰਸ ਵਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਕੋਰਸ ਵਰਕ ਕੰਪਲਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ तो ਉਹਨਾਂ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਮੈਥੋਡੋਲੋਜੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਸਕਾਲਰ. ਸੋ ऐसे ही ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟੀਕਲ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਨੈਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਗਰ ਕੰਪਲਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ तो बहुत अच्छा हो जाए.
Yes, ma'am, it is a one way. We can also request, but they are recommending on the same line a CPD course. So I think compulsion वाला step हजे difficult होएगा इस stage ते, क्योंकि जिस असी अपने point of view ना सोच रहे हैं, एक large section of the teachers will oppose it. So it will not be a very easy task to go ahead. I think CPD is definitely a move in this direction for the pedagogy training. Any other point, please?
Dr. Pargat, we can use the word desirable. That
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Desirable. Good.
Yes.
So when we have something desirable, then people also want to be one step ahead in the competition, in the selection, in promotion, that I have already acquired this. So
yes,
just the way different trainings are given weightage, this may be given weightage in recruitment. And so dear teachers, while we are working on this, we have to see, since we are in the professional training category, so we also have to look at the regulatory regulations for recruitment, that they are also parallelly updated. When we have these 3 types of teacher education courses like 1, 2, and 4, then वी हैव टू मेक अ मैट्रिक्स कि जो 1 साल के कोर्स में आ रहा है वो ऑलरेडी इतना क्वालिफाइड है, और 1 साल के बाद में ऐसे टीचर्स के लिए प्रेफरेबली ये वाली पोस्ट होंगी, अदरवाइज इनके पास ये वाली ऑप्शंस हैं। तो इस तरह का एक मैट्रिक्स बनाना पड़ेगा कि जो 2 साल की बीएड करके निकल रहा है उसके लिए प्रेफरेबली कौन सी अपॉइंटमेंट्स हो सकती हैं, और उन पोस्ट के साथ में भी ये वाले टर्मिनोलॉजीज जोड़नी जरूरी होंगी। जैसे जो 4 ईयर बीएड वाला है वो अभी भी कितने सारे स्टेट्स में कहीं पे जुड़ा ही नहीं है, तो जो 4 ईयर बीएड करके निकल रहा है उसके लिए क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि मेरे को सैनिक स्कूल में एडमिशन पोस्टिंग मिल सकती है क्या, मैं फला पोस्ट के लिए अप्लाई कर सकता हूँ, क्योंकि वहां पर तो केवल बीएड ही लिखा हुआ है, 4 ईयर बीएड की जगह है कि नहीं है। और वहां पर फिर आपको इस चीज से बाहर कर दिया जाएगा कि आपने 3 साल तक सो एंड सो सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ा, क्योंकि इंटीग्रेटेड में तो आप 3 साल तक एक जैसा शायद सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ेंगे, उतने घंटे या उतने पेपर नहीं पढ़ेंगे, तो वो जब तोलमोल शुरू होता है वहां पर बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ फिर कोर्ट केसेस शुरू हो जाते हैं। सो जो हम कोर्सेज पढ़ा रहे हैं उसका एक लिंकअप किस लेवल की पोस्ट पे और कहाँ की एलिजिबिलिटी कंडीशंस में जाना है, आई थिंक some of us have to take responsibility of that and mapping that out. That will bring something very clearly in front of the recruitment boards also.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I request other members to give your suggestions on our 6 or 7 points which we have shared in the WhatsApp group. Like we have a first point, credit and content structure for 2-year teacher training course. Any further suggestion on this point, please? Credit and content structure for 2 years teacher training course. On the same pattern, we have a 7 points on which we have to prepare our report from CTF Punjab and Chandigarh chapter. Yes, Anu ma'am has raised the hand. Anu ma'am, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for letting me in. And I just want to point out few things, sir, while we are into our NAC accreditation and the parameters that we are focusing on, they specifically demand the student research projects. They always ask us whether students are doing any sort of research now, and that has to be apart from the field work that is included presently in their curriculum. So what I would like to suggest that if we can possibly include some component of research which is totally missing in our present system, like in form of even action research earlier used to be there, that is also, you know, that essence is missing in our present system 2-year B.Ed program. So if we can include that, and more so the constructivist based learning, that is the new paradigm. If we can also have it in our curriculum, that is a very interesting pedagogy, sir. And I find that the traditional style of teaching and learning has to go away in future. People are, you know, last year I attended a World Learning Summit in Jaisalmer, and in which there were people from 30 different countries, and they had participated. A selected group of 100 people were there. So they were all focusing on life skill based education and holistic learning instead of the traditional mugging up of content. So are we preparing our teachers for such kind of drastic change in learning, where we are inculcating values and love for the environment instead of just you know, the typical subject teaching, curriculum teaching? So these are some of the suggestions that whatever design we may have, whether 2-year or 4-year, these things have to come in our teacher education, slowly or gradually, and that is for us, all of us, to see.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a very good suggestion that research should be an integral part of our curriculum. So I think internship is a very good program where we can add a short 3-week, 2-week, or a 4-week proper program for research in our internship. That is a very good suggestion, ma'am. So, and your next concern is also very valid concern, that we have to bring dynamic changes in our pedagogy system.
Yes.
Otherwise, we will be obsolete. Nowadays in schools, whether it is a CBSE or a PSCB or ICSE schools, there is a paradigm shift in pedagogies. But we are still focusing on our traditional methods, and constructivism is only for our syllabus, but it is not in a practical shape in our teacher training colleges. So it is a very good suggestion by Dr. Anuradha ji.
Sir, one more thing I would like to add here, that we have a study center of IGNOU, and they have made it mandatory for students to make constructivist-based lesson plans and also to deliver them. They don't even focus on the traditional lecture style of teaching. They are encouraging a university like IGNOU, that's very open and distant. They can bring these changes. Why can't we, as in, the 2-year program in Punjab University and other Punjabi and JNDU University, we should be also bringing these changes gradually. And as far as this holistic learning I was telling, because students, they are doing, they are just mugging up things, sir. And these things are not required in future. If we want our students to become active learners, then such changes are now, they have become, need of the hour.
Dr. Agnihotri, very well taken. We have already mentioned in a format of, say, verticals, and I have taken only one example of constructivist approach. Perhaps the draft which we are going to prepare within the next few days, you will find these things included in that format. And after the sharing of that format, most welcome if you wish to anything on that particular issue which you have recently addressed.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I would love to contribute in this also.
I hope Dr. Sani is here.
Yes, sir.
Sani
sir has joined.
Dr. Sani and Kiranjit, we haven't received any say input from these two members in this group.
So regarding constructivism, this approach we have already added in JNDU syllabus, and we give training to the students in internship.
Right, because university, obviously they are autonomous, they can take their own decisions, but we are going to propose it will be just a format, a suggestive format or a guideline which can be adapted as per the localized needs by the universities.
Right.
Yeah, Khushwinder sir, I just want to add over here, like with respect to the credit we are talking about. Now, during this COVID-19, we got to know about OERs, Open Education Resources, which were not very common before it. But now I think we can also add this component in our curriculum where the teacher pupils can be oriented with what is OER and making them empowered. And later on, they can develop some content, which is again based on their pedagogies and the subject specific. And we can give some credit to the pupil teacher if that would be added in the credit system of our B.Ed program or teacher education program. I think that could also.
Dr. Sneh, very well taken. Perhaps I have skipped this while I was giving exposure to almost all. I have already noted this of your suggestion as a very healthy suggestion that some credits may be given to the OERs, which can be counted towards the completion of the program.
So, sir, if no other suggestions, then you can present a model or a draft to all the participants, sir. As most
Dr. Parjit, I think if there is any other suggestion we can take up regarding the model, I find it quite difficult to share the credit division, etc. Because I already told my laptop was not in working condition and I am not at my Patiala residence. So by tomorrow evening or day after tomorrow, we will share this PPT.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine.
Suggesting the format of the credits and division. just as a suggested program, and then we can take up the suggestions from the participants.
Fine, sir. Fine. Then I think we can request Madam Tillonji for
Madam
valuable
Tillon.
suggestions. Dr. Satinder Kaur Dhillon, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please, your valuable suggestions and Ashirwad for all, ma'am.
Please, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੈਮ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਮ, ਪਲੀਜ਼।
ਅੱਛਾ ਬੇਟੇ, ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ। ਮੇਰੀ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ਵਿੰਦਰ ਨੇ ਕਹੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੰਟਰਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਉਹ ਲਾਸਟ 'ਚ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਮੈਸਟਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਇੰਟਰਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਆ। ਤੇ ਜੋ ਲਤਿਕਾ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਲੈਕਟਿਵ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਿੰਗ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਫਿਰ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੈਡਾਗੋਗੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਹੈਲੋ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਜੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
ਅੱਛਾ, ਉਹ ਪੈਡਾਗੋਗੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਆਰਟਸ ਕਾਲਜ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਅਗਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਪ ਦੇ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਵੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਔਰ ਮੇਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਸੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ 2+4 ਵਾਲਾ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟਲੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੋਰਸ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਜਿਹੜਾ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਬੀਐਡ, ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਰਹਿਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। 4 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਚੱਲੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਬੀਐਡ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਆ, ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਸਾਡਾ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਪਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀਆਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਜਣੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਕੰਪਾਈਲ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਖੁਸ਼ਵਿੰਦਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਨੇ ਵੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ IAS ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਲਤਿਕਾ ਨੇ, ਸਭ ਨੇ ਵਿਕਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੋ ਗਈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਸ਼ੀਰਵਾਦ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਪਣਾ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬੈਸਟ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, madam. And I'm really indebted to all the members in this group. And as assured, within 2 days, I think by today is 28th, by 30th evening, we position to give you the format of the credits division and the rough format. Though I think the contents cannot be shared as a whole, but a rough idea will be given regarding the contents also in that format. And then we can have another round of chats in this group, and the final draft will be prepared by first, which is to be presented on 3rd in that conference. So thank you very much for joining today and sharing all these points. I'm really indebted to Dr. Latika. Dr. Latika, I know your family schedule, your family was very busy schedule. Thank you very much for sparing your time, and all the other members also. Dr. Sani, I think was due to some technical issue, perhaps he couldn't share something, but anyhow,
sorry sir, definitely there was some technical problem, sir. So
because I noticed that you tried to say unmute twice or thrice, but anyhow, our chat group is still open, and we can talk in person also.
Yes sir, I'll definitely contribute. Sorry everybody, sorry.
Thank you, Dr. Pargat, and thanks to Dr. Pargat also for arranging this or fixing this Zoom meeting.
Thank you, sir. Always welcome, sir. So once again, thanks to all the respected members for sparing your valuable time and giving a valuable contribution in this discussion. So with this note, I think we can end the meeting, sir.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the members.
Thank you, Satinder ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Pargat, Dr. Kushwinder. Thank you all. Thank you for this opportunity.